Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 14, the show. And we've got more of Nolan Ryan's road to the show. This is going to be pretty cool for a couple of reasons. One, because this is a Q&A video, and I'll get to your questions here in just a little bit. But also, it is Mother's Day, so that's in-game. So you'll be seeing the pink bats, which I think is really cool that you get to see them. But I just wanted to make sure you guys were clear as to why the bats were pink, because I'm sure some people are going to go ahead and be like, hey, there's a glitch, your bats are pink or something. Anyway, so as promised, this video is going to be a Q&A. So every once in a while, you guys know I will do this. I will let you guys know on the next Nolan Ryan video that I am going to be answering your guys' questions, and this is all based off of that. So, cool. As always, I'll start from bottom to top, so oldest question to the newest question. So, first one comes from Andrew Mamin. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. How old are you? I am 29. So, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you're old. I don't feel old. I think you're only as old as you personally feel, and I intend to be young forever. All right, so I'm sure my body may be old, and I may forget things, you know, once I get older, but I'm still always going to be young. So hopefully that makes sense, but I'm 29 years old. So TK Kasky asks, what is your favorite childhood memory? And that's tough. You know, there was definitely some things I did when I was a kid that was really, really cool. Like, I remember the first time I was on TV. I got interviewed at my elementary school because I was in the Save the Earth Club. We were doing this big, huge recycle project, and so they came. And I remember I was absolutely fascinated, too, by the camera lens, and I was staring at it the entire time. And so my whole family just thought it was ridiculously cute or adorable or stupid, I don't know. But they'd always bug me about it or joke around about it because I was just, like, straight up staring right in the camera lens. Usually, like, if people are getting interviewed, they look at the person who's interviewing it. And I was like, we should recycle it so the earth won't get polluted, like all the while just staring right at it. So I mean, that was pretty cool. I remember a lot from playing baseball when I was a kid. That was probably among some of the best moments that I had. Won an award for a science project. High school, it was speech. So I mean, it's really tough to say like what my favorite childhood memory was, because I think I had a pretty good childhood. Now granted, at the time I didn't think it was that great, but I mean, the older that you get and the more perspective that you have on life and other people's situations, you really come to understand, like, things that you had really good and things that you didn't. So, I mean, I had a pretty good childhood. It's really tough to say which one would be my favorite because I did have a lot of good moments. Both sports, non-sports, school, out of school, all that. So, Mr. Hockey Rules asks, or Mr. Hockey Rules 20 asks, how long have I been doing YouTube for? So I started February of 2011. I can't remember. It used to say somewhere on my videos and stuff, but yeah, about 3 years. So 2011 is when I started doing it. So yeah, it's actually been pretty cool too. It's really awesome to see how far I've come. Like, I go back and I've watched some of my first videos, and I'm just sitting here talking like this, just because I was just absolutely nervous about it, and you know, thought I was gonna get laughed at and everything. But it's actually been really cool because of a lot of things I've done in my life. Like, this, to some respects, have been the most rewarding and has surprised me the most. Now, I'm still a small YouTuber and stuff like that. You know, and I don't ever expect to be a big YouTuber or anything, but it's pretty cool. There's a lot of things that in the 3 years that I've done this that I still can't comprehend. Like 22,000 subscribers, like 22,000 people have hit a subscribe button. You know, I've got over 1,000 followers on Twitter, which doesn't mean that much, but I can't comprehend that many people across the world, like, listening to what I have to say, or, you know, having something pop up on their phone or their computer, whatever, something that I say, and just know me kind of by my voice. So it's been pretty cool. Blanche2337 asks, well, what is your favorite uniform in all of sports? Who? I really do like the green athletics jerseys that they came out with this year. That's got to be up there. Green is my favorite color. So, yeah, I think it looks really sweet. But depending on the week, I think Oregon football jerseys, like, that can be really sweet too. So, I don't know. And those are usually green too. At least my favorite ones are green or black. Black is another color I like on jerseys. So, I don't know. If I had to pick one, I'd say the green A's jerseys this year. It's got to be my favorite. But, I mean, I am kind of more for, like, the new age, like, more modern type of jerseys and, you know, appearance, everything like that. So, let's see. Camden Ewan asks, what's my favorite cereal? Captain Crunch Berries. Or Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries. Yeah. That stuff's the bomb. Like, sure, it feels like it's sandpaper on the roof of your mouth, but, oh, man, it's so good. Sergeant Pepper's HCB. Oh, je parle français? I'm just kidding. I don't speak French at all. But he basically asks, what's my name in French? I'll just give you Jeff. So, CNC Place asks, what is your favorite part of being a YouTuber? I think my favorite part is just taking a look at how far-reaching that my videos have been. Like, people in other countries have been able to watch it, and you know, you can actually take a look at demographics and everything, and like location on where everybody is who watches it. I mean, sure, not all of them are right. I mean, some of them are routed through different servers and proxy, all that stuff. So, I mean, it's not always accurate, but to think that there are people on the literally other side of the world who have seen my videos and heard my voice, that's probably my favorite part. So, yeah. Jordan asks, why don't you show your face? I don't think it's that big of a deal what I look like, because, I mean, there's already something going on. I think it's kind of creepy, too, that all these people want to know what I look like. I don't know, like, I'm sitting there, I'm watching, you know, videos, I'm never like, oh my gosh, what does this guy look like? It's all about, like, is the video looking professional, and does he sound okay? Like, that's what I care about more than anything. Also, like, another reason why I don't show my face is because I do like a separation between YouTube and my personal life. So, I don't know. I mean, nobody really has ever been like, hey, you're a Dunbar Snack Bar, aren't you? And, I mean, I don't even know how I would go ahead and respond to something like that if anybody ever did know who I was, based off the sound of my voice. But, I don't know. It would just be weird if somebody knew me from how I looked, too, and came up to me. So, that's really the reason why. Cool. Do I use, and this is from AJ Black, do I use Linux OS? Yes. So, my computer upstairs is running Ubuntu. That's the one I like take to work with me and just travel around. It's like an older Windows laptop that I just converted onto Linux. I do also have Kali Linux on there too, because at one point I was learning network security and white hat hacking. So it dual boots between the two. So yes, I do use Linux. So Maddie Friedman, I would answer your role model one, but I answered it in the last video. And I also answered your can we see you on YouTube. Do I have tattoos? No, I do not. My biggest fear is actually needles and knives and just anything sharp. Like, I have this huge fear of just being stabbed. And so if somebody comes at me with a knife or anything like that, like, no, it freaks me out. So I don't know if I could get a tattoo just because I know with, like, the needles and everything. And, yeah, I couldn't do it the Polynesian style where, like, they, like, hammer the needle and stuff into you. That'd be crazy. I also, like, I don't have anything against people who have tattoos and stuff. It's just me personally. I, like, the whole permanence of it kind of bothers me too, because, I don't know, I may feel really passionately about something and, you know, go ahead and get a tattoo of it and it not really matter that much in the future. So, yeah. I mean, I think if I were to get one, actually, I don't know what I would get if I actually got a tattoo. That's tough to, I don't know. That's a good one. I'd have to think about that. Rambo 13. Am I going to do a face cam? Nope. Seth Gray. What's my last name? Gandalf the Gray. All right. I just don't want to give out my last name either, because then people will get on my Facebook, my wife's Facebook, bother us. Because, I mean, even with the stuff that I have, like, connecting with subscribers, like my Twitter, I mean, there's times I'm just bombarded by people who are like, hey, do this, do that. Or like, hey, Dunbar, hey, Dunbar. YouTube messages is the same way. And so, like, I don't know, I don't want to give my last name because then I'll get that on my personal Facebook too. And I don't want to put up with that. So it's kind of more the separation between my personal life, like my real life, and YouTube. So how long have I been an A's fan? Since 2000 and, well, I started being a fan in 2001 when, you know, Giambi was playing and everything like that. And they were, you know, pretty good, got into the playoffs. But it was really 2002 and when they got the winning streak. And just kind of reading everything that took place afterwards, like, that's what made me an A's fan. So 01, 02, you could go ahead and do it in there. Who was my favorite player in MLB as a kid and my favorite team? I never really had a favorite team when I was a kid because, I mean, living in Nebraska, we don't really have that much of an MLB influence here. So I didn't get a chance to really watch a particular team. I mean, the Braves were on quite a bit. Just because, you know, Ted Turner and everything, like, really wanted to broadcast a lot of Braves games. So, I mean, we saw those every once in a while. But, yeah, I didn't really have a favorite team when I was a kid. Let's see. Favorite player, though? Maybe Ken Griffey Jr. might have been my favorite. Just because I had Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run on the Super Nintendo, and that was like a super sweet game, and I was really good at it because if you had left-handed knuckleballers, you go all the way to the left on the pitching mound, or on the rubber, excuse me, and then you go 2 pixels to the right, you throw a knuckleball, they'll watch a strike every single time. So, yeah, perfect game with 27 Ks. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, since it was Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run, I mean, Ken Griffey Jr. was my favorite when I was a kid. What was my favorite moment growing up? By Coley 6. Kind of answered that one, I think. There's not really one I can point out. What's your favorite piece of clothing and why? I've got a few favorites. Like, I wear a pair of rainbow sandals all the time, so I love sandals and flip-flops. I wear hats a lot too, so baseball cap would probably be up there as well. Like, me ideal is in just a t-shirt, gym shorts, flip-flops, a hat. Yeah, that's me. That's ideal. What was your biggest sport growing up? Like, playing, it was baseball. Around the house, it was college football. Since I am from Nebraska, that was always a big thing for us. Let's see. No, Dunbar Snack Bar is not my real name. If I had a dream job, what would it be? Oh, that's a good one. If I had my dream job would be lottery winner. So I really didn't have to do anything, but no, it's actually really working with computers, which if everything goes well, that is something that I may be talking about changing pretty quick. But anyway, so those are all the questions I'm going to be able to get to. If I didn't get your question answered, then the next time that I do a Nolan Ryan video, just go ahead and ask the same question there, and I will try to get to it as well. But this is the loss for Nolan Ryan, and the manager tried to blame this one on Nolan Ryan, but sure, I allowed 1 run, but I think I had a pretty good game. I mean, 3 double plays, yeah, and I think it was like 6 hits or something. You can't throw that one on me. No run support whatsoever. So, not cool, but it is the first loss of his career. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. More Q&A to come later on, as well as Nolan Ryan. So make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. But you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thanks again for watching. And as always, you guys, I hope you have a good one.